Okay, so I've started the recorder now. So first were these different activities, and you need to give each of them a number between 0 and 10. And 0 means absolutely there's no way I can do that, and 10 means no problem at all. Let's just go for it. So the first activity that you need to give a number would be an 8-hour drive on the back seat.
0.
Yeah, and then we have 10 hours at work.
1.
Yeah, and then studying for 8 hours.
0.
And a 12-hour wedding.
0.
And 4 hours at the shopping mall.
1.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So the next section here are the different symptoms, and you need to look back in the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, and how your symptoms have been there. And again, you need to give a number between 0 and 10, but this one it's the other way around. So 0 means I haven't had that symptom at all, so no symptom would be 0, and 10 is if it's really, 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 really bad. Yeah. So the first headache symptom you need to give a number to would be pain in the back of the head, or headaches in the back of the head.
5.
Yeah, all right. And then we have pain behind the ear.
3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. And just to remind you again, 10 means it's really, really bad. Yeah. And then we have pain in the temples or above the ears.
4.
And pain in the forehead or above the eyes.
7.
And on top of the head.
3.
And the base of the skull.
7.
Yes. And then we have in the back of the neck.
7.
And then we have on the side of the neck.
7.
Yeah. And then we have different ear symptoms. So the first one would be pain in the ears.
0.
Yeah. And then we have tinnitus, or ringing or hissing sound.
3.
Yeah. And then we have hearing loss.
0.
Yes. And then we have ear fullness or stuffed ears.
1.
And then sensitivity to sounds.
8.
And nausea.
6.
And dizziness or balance disturbances.
7.
Yeah. And then we have different eye symptoms. So the first one is pain or pulling behind the eyes.
6.
And then we have sinus pain. 6.
6.
Yeah. And then we have sensitivity to light.
8.
And watery or dry eyes.
3.
And irritation in the eyes.
4.
And visual disturbances or blurry vision or double vision or something. Visual snow.
3.
Yeah. And then we have throat symptoms. So the first one is throat pain inside the throat.
2.
And then we have a sensation of not being able to swallow properly or trouble swallowing.
6.
And then we have a sore throat.
0.
And irritation in the nose.
2.
Yeah. And a stuffed or constipated nose.
3.
And then we have some arm and hand symptoms. So the first one would be pain in the upper arm.
4.
Then we have pain in the lower arm.
4.
And pain in the wrist, hands, or fingers.
4.
And feeling disturbances in the arms, numbness or tingling or...
3.
And feeling disturbances in hands, wrists, or fingers.
3.
Yeah. And then we have some shoulder symptoms. So the first one would be pain on top of the shoulder.
5.
And then we have inside or on the side of the shoulder.
0.
And then we have teeth and jaw symptoms. So the first one is pain in the teeth.
0.
And then pain in the jaw.
2.
And movement issues with the jaw, or mechanical issues. For example, the bite is not properly, or you cannot open, or it moves unevenly.
3.
And then we have jaw popping or jaw clicking.
0.
And then we have some facial pain.
3.
And pain in the chest.
4.
And trouble turning the head.
7.
And a feeling of living in jelly, or a dream, or brain fog.
8.
Yes.
No, 9. I'm gonna say 9. 9.
And then general stomach problems.
5.
And then we have pain in the upper back, so just below the neck area.
7.
And then we have further down between the shoulder blades.
7.
And then we have in the middle of the back.
7.
And then in the lower back.
6.
Yeah. And then we have an inability to concentrate.
8.
And an inability to sleep, or poor sleep, stressed sleep, lying awake a lot.
6.
And a feeling of stress and anxiousness.
6.
And tiredness or a lack of energy.
9.
Okay. All right, that was it. So I